We already know that a few cast members are pretty much confirmed for Season 4 of The Way Home. Andie MacDowell, who has been with the show from the start, will return as Delilah Dell Landry, the matriarch of the family. Chyler Leigh will be back as Dell's daughter, Catherine Cat Landry Doohan, and the mother of Alice. Speaking of Alice, Sadie LaFlamme Snow will also reprise her role. Evan Williams, who plays Elliot, is likely to return as well, especially since he still has feelings for Cat. Jefferson Brown is also expected to return as Colton Landry. With the show's time travel twist, there's always a chance for new characters, but the series also loves diving into the past of the main characters. In Season 3, we met Julia Thomason as the younger Dell and Jordan Darcy as teen Colton. Season 4 might continue exploring their younger versions. So, that's everything we know so far. Season 3 is definitely going to shake things up for the show, but there are a few things we can already guess about Season 4. First off, any big twist in the Season 3 finale will probably lead to a time jump at the start of Season 4. Since Season 2, the show has kicked off each new season with a time jump and then backtracked to fill in the gaps. And knowing The Way Home, we can expect more time travel surprises. So, Colton definitely won't be the only one jumping through time. If we assume each season of The Way Home takes place in a different time period, the 1990s in Season 1, the 1800s in Season 2, and the 1970s in Season 3, it makes sense that Season 4 would focus on its own unique year. Grandma Fern's song in Episode 3 has sparked a chain of events, and the lyrics 65 thought they died, 65 still alive, suggest that 1965 could be the next key year. But why is 1965 so important? Alice and Cat are starting to uncover clues, like the town vote poster, and most of it seems to point back to Colton. It was clear from the start that Colton would play a major role in the story moving forward, especially considering he died in 2000 due to his grief over Jacob. But his younger self is now becoming a major figure. Episode 2 showed that Colton can time travel on his own, separate from Alice and Cat, which means he already knows how the pond works. It's obvious he has his reasons for jumping through time, and a big part of that seems to be tied to his brother who disappeared in 1965. We don't know who this brother is yet, but fan theories suggest it could be either Sam or Elijah. While we still have 7 episodes of Season 3 left, it's not hard to imagine that Colton's backstory could play a major role in Season 4. Of course, Hallmark hasn't confirmed if a 4th season is on the way yet. If The Way Home really does lean into a 1965 timeline for its potential Season 4, there are a wealth of historical events from that year that could add depth, drama, and a fresh layer of intrigue to the story. 1965 was a year of immense cultural and political change, so weaving some of these key events into the show's narrative could give it even more emotional weight and resonance with viewers. One of the biggest events in 1965 was the escalation of the civil rights movement. This was the year of the historic Selma to Montgomery March, a turning point in the fight for voting rights for African Americans. The march helped push through the Voting Rights Act of 1965, a major victory in the civil rights struggle. Given the emotional and societal weight of this event, The Way Home could incorporate this historical moment by paralleling it with the personal struggles of Alice, Cat, or even Colton. They might witness or be directly affected by the march or the societal upheaval surrounding it, allowing the show to dive into issues of social justice and identity, themes that could fit well with the personal discoveries happening in their own lives. The idea of fighting for change in both personal and societal contexts could offer a powerful narrative thread for the LIA. 1965 was also the year when the first African-American student, James Meredith, attended the University of Mississippi, a symbolic and powerful moment in the civil rights era. This could serve as another way to bring historical significance into the show. The Way Home could use Meredith's courage and determination as a backdrop to a storyline that sees Alice or Cat fighting against societal norms or expectations in their own lives. The show could explore what it means to break barriers as well as the consequences of defying the status quo, whether in terms of race, gender, or personal choice. In terms of pop culture, 1965 was a transformative year in music, with the rise of artists like the Beatles, Bob Dylan, and the Rolling Stones. Music played a huge role in shaping the youth culture of the time, and the sounds of the 60s could be used to deepen the mood and atmosphere of the show. Imagine a pivotal scene where Alice or Kat discovers a favorite song from that era, maybe a Rolling Stones track blaring from a jukebox or the Beatles' Help playing on the radio. Music in the show could also be an emotional anchor, helping characters through difficult moments, such as grappling with Colton's disappearance or the unraveling mysteries of the town. Plus, the musical revolution of the 1960s could tie into the broader cultural shifts happening during the decade, creating a narrative backdrop of change and transformation. 1965 was also the year of the first spacewalk, a key achievement in the space race between the US and the Soviet Union. This event could serve as an exciting metaphor for exploring the unknown and the potential for future discovery for characters like Alice or Colton, who are already traversing time. The idea of humans venturing into space could be a perfect parallel to their own explorations into the unknown. Lastly, 1965 marked a shift in American politics, with President Lyndon B. Johnson passing significant legislation like Medicare and Medicaid, along with the Voting Rights Act. These legislative accomplishments had a lasting impact on American society, particularly in terms of healthcare and civil rights. Alice or Kat might find themselves navigating these larger societal changes, grappling with how their personal choices are impacted by these shifts, whether through family struggles with healthcare or an encounter with a political figure. This could add an extra layer of historical depth to the show's personal drama. In sum, the year 1965 offers a rich tapestry of historical events that could seamlessly integrate into the Way Home's storytelling. With the right mix of historical drama and personal growth, Season 4 could be one for the books, offering both historical context and a fresh narrative focused on the past while continuing the characters' journeys through time. And that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.